Hey, how's it going, everyone? So I got another Electrolux CB here. Um, this one is, obviously you can tell, it's the brown one, so it was out when the Olympia one was out. I took it apart so I can show you how I have this one set up and figure one less step, one-handed would be easier. This cord, I don't know if you can tell, but it's just got all those, it looks like it wasn't wound up right. It's because I was fortunate to find a new old stock cord for this from the same vac guy. I got those new old stock floor brushes from my other CB from. All I have with this is the hose and the power nozzle, which, you know, I guess I say only, but I'm fortunate enough to have that. I would like the bare floor and carpet tool to go with this, so if anyone has one or knows of someone that has one, I will pay a pretty penny for the matching bare floor and rug tool for this brown style CB. So this one I have cleaned up fairly well. I took the bin outside and have washed it and used different of my high-end car cleaning products on there, and I've even, you know, treated the rubber bumper down there, and I've polished up the paint on that as well as the paint on the power nozzle. The permanent bag has been cleaned. Now this one, I installed the bag wrong, and when I put it in, I thought I made sure in my head before I put it on that I was going to have it with the logo facing me, and then obviously I was scatterbrained and put it on wrong, so the logo is opposite. So this is a MD Hyperflow HEPA bag for a central vac, and this is pretty much how the paper bags that I have for a CB that came with my other one would have worked. You just take the elastic and it grips along the edge, and you set it in there, and it acts as a filter before this permanent filter. But these work so well that I know someone that has just the outer ring, and the cotton bag had rotted out, so I think I'm going to reach out to him and get the outer ring and just use that, because you can't use it without that in place. It doesn't create a seal. And so just use that with the ring to get me that support to operate it, and then just use this as my only filter. And I'm sure that will increase the performance pretty substantially, because I'm sure this cotton one does add a little restriction to it, even though at the hose end it still feels pretty strong. So yeah, when it turns on, it sucks it up and up into that bag, and away you go. I'm not going to take this out because there is dirt in there, so I don't want it in my living environment. So it's kind of nice, because when you go to empty this, in theory, if you leave this bag lip attached and you dump it, all the contents would fall into this. And then if you do it right, you can unhook this carefully, and it's kind of like you just put it into a trash bag with as minimal dust as possible. I mean, obviously I would do it outside, but that's kind of a nice feature. So I'm sure, just like in my mom's MD central vac that I installed for her that uses this bag, you know, it's just the opposite now. It's not filling up in this bag, it's filling the canister, and this is just acting as a filter. So I'm sure I won't notice a drop in performance at all, because I don't notice one in her central vac, even when it's full. So that's why I opted to use these bags, and I think that's what a lot of vac dealers recommend to anyone that's looking for bags for these, if they still happen to have one. So I've spent enough time talking, so let me put this back together. Bear with me while I do it one-handed, and then I'll turn it on for everyone. So, and I noticed one thing different about the power nozzle, but I've seen it on other canisters too, that my Olympia one has little notches in the front bumper, so more airflow, and this one does not. So I'm wondering if they did that for the commercial application because they knew it'd be used more on a low pile carpet and they didn't need as much airflow relief. They wanted to put more of it towards the carpet for better cleaning. And it actually came with a new brush roll, which I was kind of surprised. But yeah, it's in really good shape. And I don't know if anyone's seen this, but this was on eBay back in the spring, I think it was, I can't remember. And the guy wanted an absurd amount of money, and he didn't even have a best offer option, but I messaged him and I'm like, how many more times are you going to list it at this price before you realize that it's not going to sell? And I made him an offer for significantly less, and he or she accepted it, and here it is. So I was ecstatic when I saw it, because I just got into like a CB kick this year. I don't know why, but I've always kind of wanted one. I remember seeing this one used at a local like farm store or vegetable stand when I was a kid, and they didn't have the power nozzle, I don't think, but they did have the brown one, and other people say that it's not that common, but I've seen a brown one before, so I had kind of thought that they were common. I think I've seen another one, but here, I'll turn it on and show you guys what you want to hear. So you can see that it does a really nice job. Almost, I almost want to say it does better than my Olympia one, and that one has a new brush roll in it as well. It just seems to really grip down on these rugs, and so I think it might produce a little bit more suction and airflow than the canister. But again, you can tell, just like my other one, it's really quiet. And the same dealer that I got the hose from and the new old stock brush roll from, he has brown new old stock ones of these, which I think I might attempt to go ahead and try and replace. And then the cord is like a lighter gray, and this handle grip is a lighter gray, and it should have been beige, like the color of the straps on these and the color of, you know, this. Anyone that's familiar with an Olympia 1 knows that color I'm talking about, so more like that. But you know what? When you've got something this rare, you can't be that picky. I wasn't going to pass it up because of those little things. So anyways, hope you liked this. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.